Good evening. On behalf of the IMPJ, I would like to welcome you to this special global reform movement Hanukkah candlelighting, which we have titled Mevie Or, Sharing the Light. I would also like to share our deep condolences on the sudden death of Rabbi Professor David Alanson, Zichrono Livracha, the former president of Hebrew Union College. Rabbi Alanson was a dear friend of the Israeli Reform movement, developing the rabbinical program which I had just graduated from, and a dedicated advocate of Israel engagement as well as religious tolerance, pluralism, interfaith relations. He brought so much into this world, and he will be greatly missed. The early darkness of this time of year echoes the heartache experienced by each one of us. Your present support and expression of solidarity bring us and our movement light and encouragement. Thanks to each and every one of you who chose to join us this evening. Since the tragedy of October 7th, our movement has been navigating daily the delicate balance between darkness and light. Rabbi Ben Yosef Ibn Pakuda, the author of Chovat Halev, Duties of the Heart, said, "With a little truth, many lies are defeated, just as a little light dispels much darkness." These days, rabbis and members of Israel Reform movement are working tirelessly every day to bring healing, light, and hope to communities who are directly affected by the horrors of October 7th and to the Israeli society as a whole. Shabbat services in our congregation, in displaced communities, and in the public spaces attract large audience seeking for nechama, comfort. They allow individuals who have survived the worst to say Birkat HaGomel with tears in their eyes and trembling voices while being embraced by the rabbi. Celebrating Hanukkah with children and parents in a new school established for the children evacuated from communities in the Gaza envelope. Conducting Havdalah ceremonies in the newly named Hostage Square in Tel Aviv, and supporting a grandfather praying for the return of his grandchild. These are small examples of countless moments of sharing light, woven through the current experience of our rabbis, lay leaders, community members, and friends. Even in these challenging days, Dani Rachamim, a longtime member of Kibbutz Nachal Oz, who is currently displaced from his home, boldly declares his belief and complete faith in the values of dialogue and partnership. Despite the tragedy his kibbutz experienced, he will continue to strive for Jewish-Arab dialogue and to promote understanding among all who live here together on this shared land. It is crucial for us, especially in these days, to deepen our partnership with people of different faiths and to create new and meaningful shared spaces for dialogue. During Hanukkah, more than ever, we are compelled to share light. In tonight's program, you will learn more about the IMPJ's ongoing commitment towards these efforts. We have a great mission in Israeli society today, knowing that we are not alone, but part of a people and a large, strong movement, give us the strength to continue our work. The professional and the communal support, the warm embrace we receive from you, both as a movement and as a communities, is a crucial part of our resilience that enable us to continue our act. Happy Hanukkah, Hanukkah Sameach from all of us.
Following Rabbi Yael Katz, I'd like to bring the light of Rabbi Professor David Ellenson, former president of the Hebrew Union College, Jewish Institute of Religion. His special light, a huge light that will not be diminished. And like the lights of Hanukkah, they only grow. His soul, his Torah, will continue to lead us. He lived, taught, studied, prayed a life of ahava, v'chesed, shalom, v'rayut, a life of love, of compassion, of peace and friendship, endless friendships with so many, his students, his colleagues, not to mention his family, his friends of different streams, different faiths. Every human he met and touched, he immediately saw that spark of God and the potential in each and every human to be the best that he could be, that she could be. His passion for his family, his devotion, as I said, to colleagues and friends, he modeled that at Hebrew Union College as a teacher, scholar, rabbi, and as president. We will walk in his Torah, and his torch will be leading us. How do we understand the lights of Hanukkah? Burning bright, fiery, or lights of warmth, comfort, hope in the darkness. Hanukkah has become for too long a holiday of oil, donuts, latkes, and we forget the meaning of the oil. We have forgotten the meaning of the light. Hanukkah is a call for all of us to ask ourselves, what does it mean to be a Jew? A Jew in the land of Israel, a Jew in the diaspora. Who are we? Who are our heroes? We are a festival of heroes at the moment and heroines. And although our rabbis told us on Shabbat, because they placed the words from our prophets, lo b'koach v'lo b'chayil, ki im beruchi, not by might and not by power, but by spirit. We are living in days, sadly, where we have to be reminded there are great acts of heroism from our soldiers, men and women, bravery from our citizens in their mobilization to keep this country running. But also, this is all worth the fight. Is it all worth the fighting, the losses of innocent lives, if we don't maintain our spirit, the spirit of hope and the spirit to live, so essential to the DNA of the Jewish people? How do we find the balance of spirit and heroism and might? What kind of Judaism are we fighting for? The Judaism that affirms life, that seeks the sacred, that embraces the other, and also, and at the same time, especially here in Israel, and here from Yerushalayim, where I sit, we also must bear the responsibility of sovereignty, of statehood. So as we light our fourth light, we are determined to remain the essence of who we are as a people, devoted to life and the life force, but also determined to renew and to rebuild what it means to live in this world as humans. Chag Urim Sameach.
זה העולם השבור, לעבור, 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 ולהישאר, פשוט ותמיד אור. וזה העולם השבור, לעבור, 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 ולהישאר, פשוט ותמיד אור. לעבור את הבחינה, לעבור את הניסיון, לעבור את השער, לעבור דרך קירות, לעבור דרך דחייה, לעבור בשתחוויה, לעבור, בלי בליה, לעבור את הכל, את הבור, את שכבות האור. וזה העולם השבור, לעבור, 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 ולהישאר פשוט ותמיד אור. Or light. From the moment we've been born, it's in our eyes, it's in our soul. We pass through light and night and starlight and sunlight. We often don't pay attention to it much, but light that we tend to take lightly cannot be taken for granted. The attributes of light, traveling so fast, the speed of light, light being passed on from one candle to another without diminishing, without taking away. It can be passed on without giving up on anything. And light also passes through. It passes through darkness. When we take the word to pass in our Jewish tradition, it's usually with over, pass over. This godly action that has made us a nation, to be passed over. But the song that I just sang, that was written by Rabbi Emma Shambai Alon and with my music, it talks about light, the attribute of passing through.
Hi, everybody. My name is Yael. I'm the rabbi of the North Galilee of Mate Asher, and I'm here to explain how Mevie Or, how in light happened, how it was born. So I was the rabbi of Sha'ar HaNegev, of the Gaza envelope, and started my rabbinical journey there in a very dark time as well, just a little bit before the operation of Tzuk Eitan, of the previous war in Gaza. And I felt that the kids, especially the kids, the adults as well, but that they need to have their own night. They need to come together. Both the kids of Rahat, the village that the Arabic town, that was close to the kibbutzim, and the kibbutzim themselves. And we started this beautiful project that we called Mevie Or, bring light, or in light in English, to bring the kids together, to build lanterns, to create lanterns, and to write something on the lanterns in Hebrew and in Arabic, a good word that the light can shine through and bring this word just bring its presence into the world. So we had a group of kids from Rahat, from the Arabic town, and from kibbutz Nachal Oz, which is one of the kibbutzim that was badly hurt in the 7th of October. And the kids were playing together, getting to know each other, and then build the lanterns. Two of these, the girls that were with us in the group, were murdered on the 7th of October. And I want to dedicate this candle lighting to them, to Ma'ayan Idan and to Tchelet Zohar. So I hope that the light that we started there, that we lit there, the light that brought these kids together will still have presence in this world. And I do believe that that people still want to join together and bring and find this connection even in this dark time. So I'm gonna light the candles. Okay. Then the candle needs encouragement. Just a second. Sorry. There's a little bit of wind here. And I'm inside the house. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של חנוכה. אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שעשה ניסים לאבותינו ולאמותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. Amen. Chag Sameach, and may our light shines through and we'll find a joint light together.
הנרות הללו שאנו מדליקים, הנרות הללו שאנו מדליקים, על הניסים ועל הנפלאות ועל התשועות ועל הנחמות שעשית לאבותינו, שעשית לאמותינו בימים ההם, בימים ההם, בימים ההם בזמן הזה.
My name is Rabbi Judy Schindler, and I am chair of the Israel Reform Rabbinic Cabinet. I'm joining this candlelighting global reform movement, candlelighting from Charlotte, North Carolina. Mevie Or, sharing the light, is the theme of this global reform movement candlelighting celebration. And Mevie Or, sharing the light, is really the essence of the Hanukkah holiday. A midrash in Sifrei Bahalotcha says that many candles can be kindled from one candle without ever diminishing that candle. And so it is with human beings. We're just like candles. We can share our light with others without diminishing our own flames. And indeed, we increase our flames and our light when we share it with others. And so on this night, we commit ourselves to being that light for one another, as Israelis and Americans, as Jews and Christians and Muslims, as Arabs and Jews. And in such a way, all of us will be strengthened. Our partnerships across lines of difference can indeed and will brighten our world. I was just in Israel 2 weeks ago, and while I felt the deep darkness and pain of the war, I was also incredibly inspired by the light of our Israeli Reform colleagues. They are amazing human beings. And so I invite our North American Jewish community to join us today in supporting our Israeli regional Reform rabbis who've been spreading the light by delivering spiritual first aid to the survivors and the evacuees of the horrors of October 7th. The link to donate and give a Hanukkah gift is in the chat. Sharing our gifts will help to bring programs of music and culture and support coexistence and healing. Mevie Or, sharing our light will strengthen us all.
Dear friends, Hag Hanukkah Sameach, the holiday of miracle and light. And this Hanukkah in Minsk, we light together with our communities, inviting each year representative of Russian Orthodox, Roman Catholic, Protestant, and Muslim communities. We share light and miracles. We share hope and dream about future. I'm Rabbi Grisha Abramovich, Rabbi of the Religious Union of Progressive Judaism, which is part of World Union of Progressive Judaism, proud of that custom. Because in dark time, we continue to believe in light and miracle. We continue to hope. We continue to build our future. With each light that we add each day of Hanukkah, we talk to each other, we talk to people who are in dialogue, and we say the old story over 2,000 years ago is still relevant for us to enrich our knowledge and enrich our belief and our hope. May God bless us with our hope, with building future. May He strengthen us with harmony and peace we want to bring to this world. It's not easy every time, but we do this work similar as Maccabees did. And we will continue to do this as our ancestors to give this tradition to those who from generation to generation will pass it to future. Hag Hanukkah Sameach.
Hello, this is my friend, Father Yusuf Yaakov.
I'm very glad to send you this recording and that you can see and experience the relationship, the unique relationship between our communities.
So, by the time you see the movie, we won't be able to be with you because we will be celebrating together the lighting of the candles as a symbol of lighting hope and unity, and reminding ourselves how much friendships can bring light to this world.
We are actually doing this kind of activity together for the last about 4 years. We try through these activities to promote this living together in Haifa, not only by meeting of religious leaders, but by actually celebrating life and celebrating peace together as communities.
So we're going to light Hanukkah candles, and we're going to light the tree. And we're going to pray together in Hebrew and in Arabic for better days to come, for less darkness in the world and in the heart,
So we also send you from here, from the Marari Church in Haifa, with also the community of New Light, all the blessings that you need for a new life, for a new coming year, and wish you a blessed time.
Amen.
Amen.
יפה. אז לברך? כן. טוב, אני רוצה באמת, ברשותכם, לברך אתכם לרגל החג חנוכה, ושזה חג האורים ונס גדול בעצם שהיה, ואנחנו תמיד מצפים לניסים כאלה, כי דווקא בתקופה הקשה שלנו כרגע, אבל אני תמיד מקווה ואני מצפה למשהו הרבה הרבה יותר טוב, ואני בטוח שהשם שומר עלינו תמיד.
אמן.
אמן.
אני מצטרף לאוליביה ואני רוצה להגיד לבני דודים שלנו חג שמח, חנוכה שמח, ולשכנים שלנו ממבשרת חג שמח, ורק שיהיה טוב.
אמן.
אמן.
אמן. ואני אוסיף ואגיד שאתם מביאים הרבה אור לחיים, עם המסרים, עם הנכונות, עם הידידות והערבות, ושזה רק יגדל וימשיך ככה, ושיהיה לכולנו שנים טובות, עם הרבה שלום ועם הרבה ניסים שאנחנו צריכים.
אמן.
אמן. צריכים ממש.
חג שמח.
חג שמח.
We at the Israel Religious Action Center have been working tirelessly for over 30 years to spread the light of an Israel that we can all be proud of. An Israel which reflects the values of millions of Jews around the world who believe in justice, equality, and tolerance. We say out loud that hatred, racism, and bigotry are not our Judaism. Especially today, when we are engulfed with grief and sorrow, we insist on promoting the vision of a shared society between Jews and Arabs, a vision which is based on love thy neighbor, and all people are created in the image of God.
For more than 2 decades, we have been opposing religious leaders who exploit Judaism to promote hate-driven racist agenda. The Supreme Court has accepted our petition and ordered racist leaders to stand trial for their criminal incitement and for those employed by the state to undergo disciplinary proceedings for their incitement. A few years ago, we succeeded in disqualifying racist candidates from running for the Knesset for the first time in 30 years. On International Human Rights Day, we commit to continue challenging racism as part of our mission to promote an Israel that respects the rights of all its citizens.
6 years ago, the Racism Crisis Center was founded as an address for victims of racism of all kinds. We offer legal mental health assistance to people who were refused service because of their race or have been subjected to racism profiling. We also educate Israelis about the danger of racism and the need to fight it. In the last year alone, we received hundreds of complaints and closed down a racist cab service that was open to Jewish delivery only. During this time for the Racism Crisis Center is a ray of light which shines in the dark and shows the way to a better future.
The struggle against racism and for equality and racial justice has long been embedded in the Reformed Jewish soul. From the fight against segregation and for the Civil Rights Acts in the United States, Reformed Jews have always stood against racism, and we continue that tradition here in Israel today. Just as on each night of Hanukkah we light one more candle and increase the light, so too we at IRAC fight every day to increase light and build hope for a future of equality and peace. May you have a happy Hanukkah filled with warmth, love, and compassion.
Hanukkah side.
Happy Hanukkah.
Hanukkah Sameach.
את כל הכוכבים תאמן, את הסהר עטף בשחו, מצפון ועד תימן אין קרן אור. את כל הכוכבים תאמן, את הסהר עטף בשחו, מצפון ועד תימן אין קרן אור. אין אור, אין קרן אור. אין אור, אין קרן אור. כפור על מותניו יחגור, מצפון ועד תימן אין קרן אור. והבוקר עמד נאמן, כפור על מותניו יחגור, מצפון ועד תימן אין קרן אור. אין אור, אין קרן אור. אין אור, אין קרן אור. אין אור, אין אור, אין קרן אור. אין אור, אין אור, אין קרן אור. תיקון הנר לבן, באוהל ליבי השחור, מצפון ועד תימן יזרח האור. התיקון הנר לבן, באוהל ליבי השחור, מצפון ועד תימן יזרח האור. האור יזרח האור, האור יזרח האור, האור יזרח האור, האור יזרח האור, האור יזרח
Hi, I'm Rabbi Ashrat Morak from Liobek Haifa. To conclude this beautiful evening, I wanted to share with you a prayer that I wrote. At Liobek, we meet Christians, Muslims, and Jews in many occasions, and every time we find out that we have a lot in common, and this friendship really strengthens us. We will read it now in English, Arabic, and Hebrew.
A prayer for the peace of nations. God of all peoples and nations, give us the wisdom to realize and understand that in your name we must work to fix the world in love and collaboration. Like you taught Elijah your prophet, that he should not act on your behalf as a zealot, but with a voice of subtle silence. Thus, give us the power to act, not by power, but by spirit, and we will all love peace and seek peace.
אלוהים, תן בנו הכוח לגייס את מלוא עוזנו, לשמור ולקיים ולעשות את העולם למקום טוב יותר, ללא נגע ומחלה, ללא איבה ומלחמה, ללא הרס הסביבה.
الله ازرع فينا فرحة الحفاظ على ثقافتنا جنبا إلى جنب مع الاحترام والتعاطف مع ثقافة الآخرين، واسكن قلوبنا صداقة حقيقية، علاقات الجوار والأخوة، وسنتعلم الحفاظ والقيام بوصيتك وأن نحب لغيرنا كما نحب لنفسنا. الله أنت السلام ومنك السلام.
God, you are peace, and peace comes from you.
אלוהים, אתה השלום וממך השלום, ונאמר
אמן.
Shalom, my dear friends. For the our teacher and our rabbi, Rabbi David Ellenson. As you can see, I'm in the darkness right now and will soon be coming out to light. David's mind, his unending wisdom, and his great heart were sources of light for so many of us. And as Rabbi Nama Kellen shared, his wonderful leadership and his whole life is a source of light and inspiration. My friends, I want to thank all of those who participated in this afternoon and this evening of Mevie Or, those who are bringing light. In these deep times of darkness, it is sometimes difficult to find inspiration. And here we have come together to do just that. My cup is overflowing with inspiring words and deeds of our colleagues in Israel and all of those who are coming together not to only work with their own communities, but to those of their co-religionists, their partners, and religious leaders who are trying to banish the darkness from light. As the song says, we have come together, Banu Choshech Ligaresh. We have come to banish the darkness and to bring light, and that we must remind everyone that Kol Achad Or Katan, that every single one of us is a small light, V'kulanu Oretan, and that when we come together, we can be that strength. We can bring the light, and we can bring it only when we come together. As we say in our tefillah each morning, Or Chadash al Tzion Ta'ir, V'nizkeh kulanu mehera le'oro. May we bring a new light upon Zion, and may all of us together merit quickly from that light. And as we work together to light one candle after the next, and we're growing, tonight is our fourth, and we'll soon fill our Chanukiah full of light and bring light to that darkness, we must never give up hope. And we'll sing together the words of Hatikva. Kod balevav benima nefesh Yehudi ohumiyah Vatei mizrach kadima ayin Tzion Sophia Lo avda tikvateinu Vatikva בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים. Keep spreading the light. חג אורים שמח ותודה רבה.